Marcus Thompson, a 27-year-old black man with dark skin, lives in one of the most neglected neighborhoods of Detroit. His room is tiny, barely 65 square feet. The walls are cracked, moldy in places. The cement floor is bare. There's no fan or decent mattress, just an old torn mattress placed directly on the floor that smells of humidity and despair. Marcus sits there, shirtless, his gaze empty, fixed on the ceiling as if hoping to read an answer there. His stomach growls. It's been 2 days since he's eaten anything. Not even leftovers, not even a bottle of water. Around him, everything is silent. Only a small candle placed on an empty container dimly lights the room. His phone has been off for 3 days. No credit, no battery, and anyway, no one calls. Yesterday, Jessica, his girlfriend, left him. After 3 years together, she said coldly, almost contemptuously, "I can't continue with someone who has no future. I want to move forward with my life." She left without looking back. Today his friends, well, those he thought were his friends, mocked him again. "Marcus, that guy's gonna end up selling phone cards or worse, homeless." He tried to ask for help, just a little. $20, a small job, anything. But eyes look away, excuses come easy. "Sorry bro, things are tight for me too. Call me tomorrow." Or worse, they leave him on read. That evening, Marcus is alone, more alone than he's ever been. The silence is heavy. Even the city, usually noisy, seems to have forgotten his existence. He lies down on the cold floor, wrapped in an old torn cloth. He closes his eyes, but sleep doesn't come. His thoughts are dark. He feels useless, invisible, rejected by the whole world. In an almost inaudible whisper, he speaks to the night. "God, spirits, anyone. If someone can hear me, get me out of this life. I'm ready for anything, even to make a pact." Then he closes his eyes, not knowing that this night would change his life forever. The next day, Marcus opens his eyes and jumps. He's no longer in his poor room. He's lying in a huge bed with silk sheets, in a luxury suite in Dubai. Golden columns, wall mirrors, a light fragrance in the air. Through the bay window, he sees skyscrapers gleaming in the sun. He sits up, confused. He's wearing a designer suit, a shining watch on his wrist, polished leather shoes. On a glass table, a latest model phone lights up by itself. A message appears, "Welcome Marcus. You are now a beneficiary of the pact. You must spend $500,000 per day. Otherwise, you die at midnight." Marcus steps back, shocked. He understands nothing. But one thing is certain, something strange has begun. When Marcus understands this isn't a dream, he remains frozen for a few minutes, standing in the middle of the suite. Then a voice in his head whispers, $500,000 to spend before midnight, or you die. He hesitates. But deep down, something changes. Just hours ago, he was sleeping on the floor, starving, humiliated. And now, he's in Dubai in a luxury suite with a fortune in his hands. So he goes for it. He goes down to the hotel lobby. Security greets him with smiles. He gets into a black limousine. He buys a watch for $50,000, gives crazy tips, orders champagne, reserves a villa with a pool, hires a videographer, and starts filming his new life. On Instagram, people are shocked. Some comment, "Wait, he was still in Detroit last week. This is edited. No, it's fake. How did he get to Dubai? Did he sign with a cartel or what?" His old friends start calling him. Some had blocked him. Others openly mocked him. But now, they all want to check in. "Yo bro, you're in Dubai? I'm happy for you man. I always knew you'd make it one day." Another message, "Bro, you haven't forgotten your guys though, right? We were in the struggle together. Can you send me a few hundred?" Marcus reads the messages in silence. He smiles. A cold smile. He forgets nothing. Then his phone rings. It's Jessica, his ex. He hesitates, then answers. "Hello Marcus, is that you? Is that really you in the videos? I don't understand. You're in Dubai? You're rich now?" "Yes." A silence. Then she asks in a trembling voice, "How is this possible?" Marcus stares at the camera in front of him while responding, "You want to know? I was pretending to be poor. I wanted to see who really loves me. Who's there for me without money? And you left me. No, Marcus, wait, I regret it. I was just lost. I loved you. No. You loved me when it was easy. I want someone who stays when it's hard. Marcus, please, I'm begging you, give me a chance. I still love you. Without a word, Marcus looks at the screen, then hangs up. He blocks the number. He takes a deep breath, then looks around. People are filming him, greeting him. Models smile at him, approach him. Luxury hotels open their doors as if he were a prince. He has everything. Money, looks, attention, power. But every day, he receives the same message on his phone, 500,000 before midnight. Otherwise you die. He spends constantly. Watches, jewelry, cars, private clubs, yacht dinners for $3,000. But at midnight sharp, everything he bought mysteriously disappears. The watches, the clothes, even the photos. The next day, he starts again. Over and over. He can't save, invest, or give to the poor. He's forced to consume for nothing. At first, it was euphoria. Now, he's starting to understand that this wealth has no real value. But Marcus isn't ready to let go yet. He enjoys himself, he shows off, he takes revenge. And in every gesture, every look, there's this hidden thought: at what point will this dream become a nightmare? Days pass and Marcus grows exhausted. Every morning, the same message appears on his phone, 500,000 before midnight, or you die. He's lost count of the watches bought, the endless parties, the apartments rented then erased from reality at midnight sharp. He's trapped in a loop of useless luxury. Nothing remains, nothing matters. And above all, he's starting to understand that he's not alone in experiencing this. By searching the dark web, meeting strange people at very exclusive parties, he hears about other men in other countries who one day received the same pact. They all lived in excess. They all died before the 91st day. No funeral, no body, just disappearances. Marcus understands that the countdown is real and that it's approaching. But one day, when he wakes up in Dubai in another luxurious suite, something's wrong. He calls his driver. No answer. He goes down, wants to buy jewelry. Shop closed. He tries to book dinner. All restaurants are inaccessible. Then he understands, the city is closed, everything is closed. Absolutely everything. No shops, no services, no luxury, nothing. He looks at the time, 1:20 p.m. He tries to withdraw cash. Impossible. He drives all over the city. He screams, he sweats, he begs. But Dubai is dead for the day. Time passes, 5 p.m., 8 p.m., 10:45 p.m. Marcus feels his heart racing. He starts to shake. Every minute brings him closer to midnight. He returns home in panic. Looks at his bank balance. The money is there. But he can't buy anything. 11 p.m. He sits down, lost. Hands on his head. 11:15 p.m. He thinks of all the lives he's crossed, the people he's humiliated, the friends he's ignored. 11:30 p.m. And suddenly, an idea crosses his mind. He jumps up, opens his phone, and starts sending money to his family, to his parents he no longer called, to his aunts, to his poor cousins, even to 2 neighborhood friends who had always supported him in silence. He transfers millions here, 3 there. 5 million to a sick aunt. He types, he sends, he cries, he gives, he shares, he loves himself. 11:57 p.m. Total for the day, 500,000. He gently places the phone on the table. He breathes, he smiles, then lies down, exhausted but at peace. That night, for the first time since he's been rich, Marcus falls asleep without fear. Not because he spent, but because he did something that makes sense. The next day, the sun pierces softly through a dirty window. Marcus moves slowly under his torn cloth, then opens his eyes. He's lying on his old mattress in his small modest room in Detroit. The cracked walls are there. The empty container, the almost finished candle. Everything is exactly as before. He looks around, disoriented. This isn't possible. He gets up abruptly, walks barefoot on the cold floor. He opens the door. The same street noises, the horns, the vendors, the children's cries, nothing has changed. He returns inside, opens his phone, still off. No limousine, no watch, no Dubai suite. It was all a dream. He lies down again, closes his eyes, tries to fall back asleep. He thinks hard, I want to go back there. I want to return to the suite. Start over. He concentrates. He repeats the exact words he had murmured that night. God's spirits, if someone can hear me, I'm ready for anything, even to make a pact. But when he opens his eyes again, he's still in the same room. He goes out into the street. The familiar faces are there. He runs into a childhood friend. Bro, do you remember me? Tell me the truth. I dreamed I was rich in Dubai. Very rich. Was it real or not? The friend bursts out laughing. You rich? Marcus, you dreamed too hard. You're still here, poor as ever. Another Marks, he thinks he's coming back from a trip. You slept too much, bro, wake up properly. Marcus feels his heart tighten. He lowers his eyes. He knows now, it wasn't real. But days pass and every night, he starts again. Lying on his mattress, he whispers again, God's spirits. If someone can hear me, I'm ready for anything. But nothing changes. No more dream, no more Dubai, just real life. And then one evening, Marcus stops talking. He just sits, silent. He looks at his worn but living hands. He looks around him. The room is poor, yes, but real. And there, something changes in his eyes. He says quietly, if I had a dream like that, it's not to torture me. It's a message, a sign, a vision of what I can become. Not with a pact, not with shortcuts, but with faith, strength, perseverance. He slowly stands up. His gaze is no longer the same. I'm going to fight because I can become it. Not tomorrow, but one day me too. I'll be rich. For real. After days of dwelling on his dream, after trying in vain to reproduce it, Marcus understood he needed answers. He went to a large modern church in the heart of the city. After explaining his need at reception, an assistant guided him to an office upstairs. The pastor's office was vast and luxurious. Shiny marble floor, black leather armchair, wall bookshelf filled with old books, a large golden cross hanging on the wall behind a massive mahogany desk. The pastor, a black man in his 50s, elegant in his dark suit, stood up and extended his hand to Marcus. Sit down, my son. Marcus sat down. His gaze was heavy, his hands trembled slightly. Pastor, I had a strange dream. It haunts me. I need to understand. The pastor listened without interrupting. Marcus told him everything. The sudden wealth, the pact, the sacrifices, the pressure, the panic, and that brutal awakening followed by a void he couldn't fill. Silence. The pastor closed his eyes for a few seconds, then slowly reopened them. Marcus, what you saw is a vision, not a simple dream. It's an alert, a call. You were chosen, but you're at a crossroads. He stood up, took a few steps in the office, then stopped near the large window overlooking the city. You have two choices. He turned to Marcus. First choice, you work hard. Honestly. You build your life little by little. You'll suffer doubt, fall sometimes, but one day, maybe in 30 years, you'll reach a level that even your dream couldn't imagine. It will be long, but it will be true, and no one will have to die for it. He approached the desk, placed both hands on it, and stared Marcus straight in the eyes. Second choice, you can go see a witch doctor, tell him this dream, and he'll offer to make it real. He'll have you sign a pact, a real one. And there, everything will begin. Money, glory, pleasures, quickly. But everything will have a price. A price you don't choose. A price you'll have to pay, even if it's not you who suffers directly. Marcus remained frozen. His eyes no longer blinked. Everything inside him trembled internally. You were warned in your dream. You can't have everything without consequences. Now you know it was true. The silence in the office became heavy. Only the muffled noises of the city in the distance reminded that the world continued to turn. Marcus left the church alone, pensive. He crossed the large empty parking lot. The sun beat down hard. He walked slowly as if carrying an invisible weight on his shoulders. He raised his eyes to the sky. Closed his eyes. Silence. And you, if you were in Marcus's place, what would you do? Work hard, wait, hope? Or go sign and have everything now by sacrificing a part of your soul?